This is what the start of a civil war looks like. I can't be the only one that's watching this shit. Those 3 Republican-led states that are sending more troops to D.C. as if there's some historical battle going on. They're trying to fortify the Capitol. And then you have other states that are declining to send troops. We're at the stage where we're sending troops. We're sending U.S. soldiers to do nothing. The people in D.C. are filming these National Guardsmen, whatever the fuck, just walking around. So if there was like this ginormous surge of crime that was just so uncontrollable, 24/7, they're doing an awfully lot of hanging out. You get what I'm saying? We continuously let Republicans and MAGA lie to our faces, a blatant lie, a bullshit reason as to why they're doing what they're doing. And then they do it anyway to further Project 2025 and their agenda and their federal takeover and things like that. Like they campaigned on small government. They campaigned on it. Just like they told everybody the Epstein files were on their desk. It's a tactic. It minimizes the backlash so they're able to further their agenda all the more. You know what I'm saying? It's a tactic, and they're doing it over and over and over and over again. They need to send troops, thousands of National Guard troops to D.C. because it's so dangerous, but all of these red states, all of these Republican states that have had the highest murder rates for years on end, real data reported, they don't need those troops. He couldn't send in the National Guard during January 6th, right? Right? This is what the start of a civil war looks like. Like, we don't have to get to the who's on the front lines, battle, barrack. Like, we don't have to get to that point to recognize what the fuck it is. I feel like once they're sending troops, we're at that stage. I'll go into this a little bit deeper on my podcast, but one of the main things that frustrates me about people that are advocating and supporting this thing in D.C., like there's just so much crime, but they're just going and rounding up a bunch of young black kids and stuff like that. Oh God, y'all piss me off so fucking much. I said this months ago. I said once they have their engine going and they have their fill of the immigrants and they feel like they have a lock on the immigrants, who do you think is their next target, right? I called this shit months ago. So now that they've passed the big, beautiful bill and they got all these white supremacists joining ICE that can wear masks and do all the bullshit they want, no questions asked, you know what I'm saying? They have their personnel and they have their money. You know what I'm saying? They say now we got to move on to the next target, the urban communities, the crime-ridden areas, the young thugs. And then you look at the skin color of the people they go and arrest. I called this shit months ago. An ethnic cleansing. It doesn't have to be to the level of Gaza for you to be concerned. And yes, I'm on that Free Palestine shit since I brought it up. They're doing it in your faces. You get what I'm saying? They are aware that this is a different breed of niggas. That's why they ain't come out and just full-fledged said what the fuck it is. That's why they trying to code word it and say urban communities, high crime areas, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what the fuck it is if they come out and say, oh, these black people are out of control. We got to do something about them. It's going to be a hell. You thought that George Floyd bullshit started something. You know what I'm saying? So they slow walk it. They lie to you on the surface so the backlash is minimized. And then they further their agenda anyway. There is on video a federal officer telling somebody that they couldn't smoke on their porch. Not because it was a law, but because Donald Trump was tired of it. As if that American citizen has any obligation to react in any way just because Donald Trump is tired of something. I feel like it is your American obligation to use your First Amendment right and tell that police officer to fuck all the way off. But that's the reality we're living in. They're confident in saying that. All of these racist, white supremacist, Christian nationalists that are getting platformed and screen timed and having a microphone in front of them for some reason, you know why they feel so confident to come out? Their agenda, their hopes, their wishes are being progressed. That's why we see these 3 Republican states say, oh, hell yeah, we'll send National Guard troops now for this fake-ass crime-ridden city in D.C., yet there's citizens in D.C. talking about, oh, I've been here for decades. I walk around all the time. It's safe. That's the only crime-ridden area? I'll end it with this, okay? With these sick motherfuckers that are trying to lower the age of consent to 14, right? Just pitiful, disgusting motherfuckers, right? Part of it is that sick, twisted of wanting to be involved with the 14-year-old as in, like, what the fuck, right? There's that sick ass part, right? But another part of that of why they want to lower the age of consent or to make a legal adult 14 is so that when they round up these young thugs that are terrorizing the city and just doing crime wherever they go, they can try them as adults. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of, like, they know what they're doing. That orange, stupid motherfucker has no idea what's going on. The Stephen Millers, the Peter Thiels, you know what I'm saying? All throughout his fucking administration, knowing that this old, senile motherfucker is just gonna let them forward their fucked up agenda, full steam ahead, and they're taking full advantage of it. We can lie and tell the country that we're only gonna go after the violent gang members from Venezuela that are illegally in this country doing the worst of the worst crimes. Fast forward, you got ICE agents going into people at their court dates because they're here legally. Legal citizenship. Literally just running up to people that look like they're from South America, that look Latino. Straight up profiling. Legal or not, right? It started with the lie. Now we're here. Real life Nazis, you know what I'm saying? Now they have an engine to further that bullshit. Now they're coming with these crime-filled urban communities. We have to fortify our cities. All these liberal cities across the nation have just let the crime get out of hand. We have to send the National Guard troops and get this back on track. Them red states don't need no troops? Okay. All right, this is the start of the second Civil War. I just hope we all understand that.